Gen Con, the premier gaming event of the year. This is where gamers come to experience the best 4 days of gaming. In this video, we will show you one of the new games featured at Gen Con.
So, in order to help give you some more guidelines on the types of cards you want to buy, each player is going to get a superhero. The superheroes are all the big name Justice League guys, plus Cyborg. This weekend at the booth, we're demoing the DC deck building game. The DC deck building game is a board game where you're using characters from the DC universe to add to your deck that is constantly growing.
It is with all of the DC universe main characters, so you get to play your favorite heroes, Wonder Woman, Batman, Superman, they're all in there. And it's a deck building game, so you do start with a certain basic number of cards and you build your deck, you buy your deck from the pile, or you earn cards through other ways. And the idea is to end up with the most points at the end. You collect, and you do that in part by buying cards and collecting cards into your deck, and also by defeating supervillains.
There are lots of deck building games available, and this one has some great unique qualities. One thing I really like about this one is that we have bosses that are supervillains. Every time a supervillain comes out, he has a general effect that happens to the whole board, but then you can buy the supervillain and put him into your deck as well. It's one thing I really enjoy.
So when Darkseid shows up, he says each player discards 2 cards unless he reveals a villain from his hand. So if you have a villain in your hand, you will block the attack.
Well, every deck building game has its own unique characteristics, which is what makes them all exciting. They have different mechanisms that lead to different strategies. And the DC Comics deck building game is awesome in the sense, just first of all, it's DC Comics. It's all DC Comics art, which is great to see. And then the way that we've crafted the mechanics really makes it interesting in terms of developing strategy, the way that you buy cards, and also the cards that go into your hand. So for example, you don't actually have dead cards in your hand, but you do have weakness cards in your hand that subtract from your total points at the end.
The DC deck building game is great for both casual players who just enjoy really great games, but it's also great for people who are into the DC universe. So if you really love those characters, maybe you read some of the more recent DC comics and you really like the new artwork, you like the characters, then you'll get all that from this game. And if you're just a gamer who really likes great, well-built deck building games, this is also wonderful for you because it has some really unique mechanics you won't find in any of the other deck building games, and it just works really well. We spent a ton of time testing this and everybody in the office loves it.
People should buy the DC deck building game for a variety of reasons. First of all, it is honestly an awesome game. People who love DC Comics, they like to check out the game because of the art, because they want to be involved in their characters. People who love deck building games like this game because it's a new iteration of the deck building mechanic. It really has something for everyone.